Good morning and welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Friday, February 27. Jeannie is on her way in. I'm actually trying to see if I can figure out where she is right now. Oh, she's like 2 minutes away. So I just have to find a way to keep you busy for the next 5 minutes. Gail Carson, I'm going to have a cord for you today or tomorrow. It's been shipped. I had tracking earlier in the week and I haven't forgotten about you. News to report. We are totally behind the eight ball on the website and trying to keep up, but we're like shipping 5 days to a week behind right now. It's just been really difficult with Jeannie doing 2 classes and us kind of everything being busy. It's been a challenge for us to keep up. But we do remain a week out on service. Vacuums, I think we got a little bit caught up yesterday or Wednesday, and hopefully by the end of today we'll be completely caught up. I told Jeannie she should stay home tomorrow morning. Lock the door. Lock the door. It's like the scene, if you guys remember the movie Paradise, and that like scary old preacher guy shows up and he's like, "You need to let us in." That's like our customers that show up at night.
Or you know what I
You need to let us in. Like
guys...
we don't open till 10. You need to let me in. I'm here. Your website says you open at 9. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does.
Do you remember? Do you remember Salem's Lot? And then
they scratch on the window.
It was so scary. I remember I used to, when you're a kid, you love horror movies, and I remember I don't remember much.
So, oh my God, I gotta send this article to you because Adam sent me an article this morning.
Oh,
and
great!
He's like, dude, this is you, and.
Great. It's going to be about, like, what a great memory.
No. But what it is remember so when I was a kid, they tested me to see if I had a photographic memory. But I didn't. Like, I don't remember stuff word for word.
He'll remember, like, a conversation he had with somebody.
Well, I remember what people are wearing, like, the first day I meet them. Like, I could tell a lot of people, like,
this is. Do you remember what I was wearing the first day we met?
Yeah, you were wearing, like, a pantsuit standing at the front desk. So
He's making that up. He doesn't remember.
It's called hyperphantasia. And it's... People have imagery. They remember imagery and stuff. Like, I remember movies and... I can tell a lot of people word for word, like our first conversations. Or I'll run into somebody that I've met once and I'm like, yeah, this is what we talked about. And they're like, dude, that's crazy. But I got to send this article to you because I'm like, oh my God, I think that's what it is. I remember like scenes in movies. Like that's how my memory works. That's like, I had a customer come in once and I referred to her by name and it weirded her out. And then I was like, oh, I totally remember. I thought maybe you worked for the Park Service because she was wearing a national park shirt. And then the first time I met her, she was wearing a regional park shirt. And I described it to her. I was like, I remember you were wearing this shirt and like your shoes were all dirty. And I figured you were a ranger. And like... And then Jeannie's like, that's creepy.
Yeah, I told him that's creepy because he talked to her about her shoes and like her clothing that she wore the first 2 times that she came in. And I was like, that's almost creepy that you were talking to her about that. So, But
she was surprised I remembered her name, and I was like, oh, I remember all about you.
See, he would be a good eyewitness. This is how I work. I was at the Korean grocery store, and I walked in, and I was looking at, like, I don't know, calamari or something. And I saw this gal walk in, and I saw her walk in from outside. She walked straight over to the shrimp, and they sold it in big boxes. A shrimp's not cheap. And she grabbed 2 big boxes, and then she walked out the door. And I was like, oh, I thought, is she stealing that? But then I was like, oh, maybe they told her, maybe she
paid for it, and she's just picking it
yeah.
up.
And I was at I was by the counter. I was like, that woman just walked out with 2 big boxes of shrimp. Did she pay for that? Did you tell her to get
the or something?
Yeah. I go, did you tell her to grab it? And they were like, no. What'd she look like? I had just watched her do it. I was like, she had dark hair and a ponytail. That's all I could tell her from the back of her head. And that's why I don't believe in eyewitness testimony. But I would if it was Patrick. But if it's me, don't put me on the witness stand. I couldn't even tell them. I was like, I couldn't tell them nationality. I know it was a woman, and I knew she had dark hair, and I knew it was in a ponytail, and that's all I could tell him. And I wish I'd paid more attention.
And she's eating shrimp.
And she took 2 big boxes of shrimp. They like ran out to the parking lot, but she was already like gone. So,
well, but it's funny because it was describing how people remember, and like I like replay the whole scene in my head. And it's like we just ran into somebody on Saturday night, and it was a guy I hadn't seen in like 15 years, and I only met him once. And then he introduced himself to me, and I'm like, Tim, I know you. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, we climbed. And I told him the routes that we climbed, and like I told him who introduced us. And I was like, dude, you were talking about how you were going to be a private chef, that like you were like had this idea about being a private chef. And he's like, dude, this is crazy. Because I don't even think he remembered the day, but it was, but literally in my head, I can remember like standing at the base
I
of
have a great
Halcyon
memory.
Hallucination and having this conversation with him about how he was working at a casino, and that his dream was to become a private chef, and that he was going to do it. And like, you know, it's just funny how it plays out.
Yeah, I don't remember that. So this is my memories right here. This is my external hard drive.
But it also says sometimes these people remember stuff that doesn't happen. Like, and the scene plays very clearly in their head. And that happens to me too. I'm like, didn't this just happen? And they're like, nope. But it doesn't happen that frequently, but it happens. And I'm like, God, I could have swore that happened.
Yeah. So you and me, Kay, don't call us to be your eyewitness.
Are we talking about anything pertaining to sewing? I was literally like, I got to find something to fill up 5 minutes. So there's your 5 minutes.
We did get a lot of product in yesterday, which thank God. So we got a lot in yesterday. I stayed last night because I got together a lot of orders. Sometimes your orders held out, but like your thread kits, the home sewn thread kits, there's 34 colors, and I'm missing one. So I was just on my way here, I was on the phone with Habendash. Habendash, those are the people that put out Glide Thread Filtech. Their Habendash is Filtech. And
or was Filtech, right? Like, are they even Filtech anymore? If they're
I have interesting information for you about that. Well, I think the Glide Thread says Filtech on it too. Glide says Filtech.
It says it at the very top, actually.
Yeah. So because I get your thread from 2 different places, and because some of it they don't. Anyways. So I talked to the gal there because I was like, am I crazy? Because I know I had a big order of thread, and I thought I put it through, but there's no order confirmation. But my cart's empty. Am I crazy? She was like, no. She's like, so, it was weird. Like my cart's, great, it's here. My cart wasn't showing.
Hey, on your computer.
So we had a conversation too. I go, one more thing. The Philtech, that was my favorite bobbin thread. I love the dime too. The dime's been great. I haven't had any issues, but I love the Philtech because sometimes the dime thread will show up and it's not wound as like tight in there. Anyways, I said, are you guys going to ever get something that's going to be comparable to the Philtech thread? And she said, it's coming back. But not until like the end of summer or fall. So we have a little ways to wait, but they were having problems sourcing some of the parts, whatever they needed.
The bobbins, obviously. There's only two parts. There's thread and there's bobbins.
Yeah, but it could be like what's in the thread or who makes the thread. Like there's lots of different moving parts to all of that. It could be the plastic, you know what I mean? So, so they said, and the only thing that's going to come back are going to be the boxes of bulk bobbins, boxes of white and boxes of black, and that is going to be it.
I've been like a total fan of the
dime,
the OESD ones.
Yeah. Have you been using them?
I just feel like I like the size of the OESD.
I like the size.
The OESDs.
I like that
like you don't have to buy 80 at a time or 100 at a time. Like
yeah.
They have a better range of sizes because I feel like a tube is nothing. Like for the Philtech, like the eight bobbin tube.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just like let me see your glasses. I'm cleaning your glasses.
So I don't know. We don't really have much to talk about this weekend. So this month I haven't even had, I usually stitch out my mistletoe 2 months in advance. And I still haven't even stitched out next month, March. But you know I'll have it done. So your video
I told them that you might not come in until like 11 tomorrow or 12 tomorrow because you're working on your stitch out.
My stuff is all, you know what? I love kits. I love kits because I don't have to think and I just grab it and it's ready and it's all thought out. And that's good for me because I don't have a ton of time. But I love putting together, like, you know, I'm doing 2 versions. And I love that I get to do 2 versions, too, because one's going to be with Scan and Cut. But, you know, it took me, I was like, well, what's my background? And I have to go through and, like, rummage through all my stuff and find, like, the best fabric. So I did. Everything's, like, cut out and ready to go. I just haven't had a chance to actually do the project. So that's going to...
You should start doing the morning sauna with me. That was, like, the best start to the day ever.
I was thinking, oh, it would have been nice to do it tonight, but Patrick already did it.
I'll do it tonight.
Yeah, it would have been nice, but I kind of was tired.
I will do it tonight, too.
So...
Are you like, oh, my God, I can see.
Yeah, that's the thing I don't like about it is that they aren't wound as tightly, but the thread's great and they really run beautifully. Yes. So I'll have that to show you when we get back, and hopefully I'll have something else. Oh, yeah, and don't forget, on Monday, I will be stitching with you. Well, we're going to be cutting. We're going to be cutting for Home Sewn. And if we don't have some more kits that go out today, we'll have some that are going to be going out the very beginning of next week. And then there are a lot of you that are going to be waiting until the end of March. Middle to end of March. I can't shake. I shake the tree as hard as I can, but then at some point I'm just at their mercy.
Today, she had her special cup today. Did you read it? Was that your mantra?
The science of the thrill.
Were you peeling up my
No!
sticker?
I took it like I would do that.
Making
This
me
is the
mad.
stuff that makes me angry.
You're making me mad. I'm just kidding.
I would never do that. He'll ask me stuff, and I'm like, I would never do that.
No, your cup this morning. was
Yeah,
here.
the
I
date's
will not-
already up, Betty. Oh, did I not send an invitation? I already sent the invitation. So you guys need to look in your spam for that. But we're going to be stitching out, I think it's next Friday. Oh, no, it's on Thursday. It's Friday. Next week. Just so you know what's going on. Michelle has BES Silver on the 30th. Oh my God. I'm in the wrong month. I was like, 30? We have 30 days in February this month.
It's like a super duper.
I was
Leap
excited.
year.
I was like, I get 2 more days. Okay.
Is Sunday?
Let me
spring
chill
forward?
chill myself. Okay, on the 2nd, Michelle has her BES Silver class. Michelle and I sat down together, and there's a couple classes that are going to be going up on the calendar, but probably next week. So BES Silver's on the 2nd. I'm looking at the very top now. And then we're going to do prep for Home Zone. Suzanne will be here on Thursday to do a Baby Lock Brother accessory class. I think that's on the calendar. Graydon, can you check and see if it's on our store calendar, the accessory class? So there's an accessory class that's going to be happening on the 5th. We usually do that every month or every 2 months, and it goes over all the basic accessories that comes with a Baby Lock Brother machine, including the overcasting, button fitting, buttonhole, overcasting. Did I already say that? The blind hem, you do a twin needle. We take off the needle plate, talk about the bobbin case, and free motion foot, if you have the free motion foot. And
It's up there.
it's up there.
Yeah.
And so it does all of that. So if you've never done that, if you don't know how to use those accessories, you should get signed up for that class. It's an interactive 3-hour class. And then I will be stitching with my digital dealer group. Our video came out great. Did you clip it for me like I asked you to?
No, I'll do it this morning.
Okay, so I'm excited. I'm sad that it took us so long to get there. But we recorded to a device, and we tried to do it at some point, and I don't know what the issue was.
The issue was if you're in, I think the first time we did it, and I didn't realize, because like the way it was communicated, I didn't realize that we had turned it to, what is that view? Gallery
We knew
view?
that. Michelle and I knew that.
The way it was expressed to me, I just thought no matter what we did, it recorded in gallery view is how it was communicated.
No, we knew
to
that.
me.
So we switched it later on. So what is the BES Silver? So that is Michelle's software class, and I've heard it's been amazing. I've heard it's been amazing, and that it is kind of like the best of PE 11, like kind of like, I don't want to say dumbed down, but
Well, I think it's like they've streamlined some of that stuff in a way that makes it more accessible. So,
Homestone USB is out, Stephanie. Did you purchase it online? We have them here in this store, so if you need it, let me know. Or you can just purchase it on the website, and then I'll put one up front for you.
do you think they were scared to be like, when's Homestone coming out? Jeannie last night was like, they're scared to ask questions now because you've scared them.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
You can be, he's not scary, but
I'm no pushover.
he's no pushover. Yeah, he's no pushover, but he is not scary. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Marlene, are you doing the class right now? Are you in that class? I know a leap year baby. Who do we know?
We know a bunch of leap year babies.
I don't feel like I know.
Was Shauna a leap year baby? Somebody in the store.
Was it Shauna?
Somebody in the store
I think it was Shauna who was a leap year baby. Is there going to be another BES Silver class in the future?
This is one that Michelle does.
She does it as a contractor.
And so, as Michelle's kind of figuring out her next step, that's going to be a topic of conversation because there's definitely interest. Maybe we could do videos too, but
we'll talk to Michelle and we'll let you know. Yeah, it went up and I guess I could maybe send your information to her and she could, I imagine she would still want to do it. So it just might not be through A1. But yeah, we'll have to put you in touch with Michelle and see what she's going to have lined up for that. Yes. So next week on Friday, I will make sure that you'll have the video and your designs. Everything's been set. So I think all of that should be set for March 1st. Can you believe March 1st is almost upon us? Isn't that crazy?
It's I don't know how long it is, maybe 10-session class on the operation of BES Silver, which is Brothers' kind of midline software for digitizing. It's kind of like a best for dream with power packs. So they had best blue, then they made best silver, and quite frankly, it seems like best silver's the one.
Tech question. Yeah.
Threader has nothing to do with warranty. I don't know who Happy Grandma is. And if it's a Luminaire XP3, like your labor warranty should be over. But I wouldn't recommend a customer adjust it just because you need very good eyes and some specialized tools for it. There's no it's a physical adjustment, not another one.
You bent it.
And
you bent your threader. There. Okay. And this is how there's many different ways that you can bend your threader. And once you do it, because your threader comes down in one spot and one spot only, and if your needle's not in the right spot, if your thread was too thick for your needle, if your needle was bent, your threader sometimes will go to one side or the other. And once it's bent, you need to have it reshaped. Yeah.
So it
you
either
need to have it
replaced or reshaped.
And that has nothing to do with your machine. That was you. Yeah, I don't know how else to say it because people are like, it's my machine. It's not.
They're like, my needle threader doesn't work. I'm like, well.
So here in our store, we reshape them. Like you can bring your machine in and the tech will reshape it. Every once in a while, you might need to replace the thing if it's really. Sometimes it's your thread path. If you don't have it threaded right, that can cause it to not thread too. Like a needle down, needle up. Start with that. Change out your needle. But if your thread isn't in the take-up lever, it's not gonna thread right either. There's lots of different reasons why your threader might not be threading. But if you bent it. If it got bent one side or the other, it's got to be reshaped.
Is the Dritz needle threader on the website?
Oh, you have to go all the way.
Well, and that's why I was going to say, we have a needle threader that we love here.
Yeah. So I had a Janome 15,000, and there were things I really, really liked about that machine. One of the things I didn't like was the threader.
The needle threader never works on those.
They're awful. I would get it reshaped and then, so at that point, I never even did it anymore. And I would just use one of these.
I love that. The first step to fixing your problem is admitting you have one. Happy Grandma. And you'd be amazed how many times that's the struggle. You're just rethread the machine. You missed your take-up lever. I've been sewing 58 years. And then they come in, you show it to them, and they're like, I know how to thread my machine. And then they go home, and then they're like, it's doing it again. I'm like, we had a conversation the other day about how we're running out of patience.
I know. Did you see me? It was you.
I was like, something happened at the front desk the other day, and I was like, I don't appreciate you calling me a liar. And the woman had just called me a liar, and she's like, I didn't call you a liar. I'm like, you're lying to me again. Yeah, here you go again. You're lying to me again.
We're getting tired.
She accused us of using a different machine to create her stitch out because her stitch out wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
She's like, well, then how come your tech can get this stitch out and I can't? And I'm
And
like,
you know
my
what it
tech
was?
knows how to sew. That's
Yeah, so it was her thread. You guys, well, you know something I've learned is that thread makes a huge difference. And if you feel like your machine's
well, and
not,
she was like on a 70-year-old machine, and her thread was about the same age, and it just was like,
yeah. So be open-minded to the fact that it can be your thread that's making things not look great, and use a good quality thread. You know. That being said, I have some really crappy thread in my collection because it is it's
like
the right color
or something.
But I'm not looking at it and be like, why doesn't this look like so amazing like this other thread? And I didn't know that. I didn't know that. The first time I realized that thread made a difference was I was doing a serger demo, and we sometimes have thread. We had thread that would come in with trade-ins or something. Serger thread.
It was like a Sherlock.
And I
thread.
took the thread and I just threw it all in a basket. I just grabbed 3 of them. I grabbed 2 Maxi Lock, and then my third one was some crappy just thing that. But I was like, who cares? Put it all in, and I was like, and look how beautiful. And I went to show it, and I was like, because you could see every single stitch in the Maxi Lock, and then the other one just looked like it was just laying on top, that it was just along for the ride. And I was like, I was like, why is the machine not stitching right? Why doesn't that look right? And after she left, I just rethreaded, and I just put in all Maxi Lock. And it was just beautiful. And I've had a lot of instances where people will take home machines, not a lot, and they'll be like, it's just not, it doesn't look right. And I'm like, I don't know, because it was stitching beautifully here. You saw your test sample. And I'll be like, you know what we ask people to do? We say, leave your crime scene. Leave your crime scene. We want the fabric, the thread.
Like everybody like hits the crime scene with bleach and then comes in and is like, why isn't my machine working?
Yeah.
What happened here? And I'm like, like it looks fine to me.
So we ask people, leave your crime scene. Bring in the fabric, the thread you're stitching on. And when people will come in, I go, it's the easiest thing to change. I go, let's just change your thread. I just want, we're just going to put in a different thread and see if that fixes it. And you'd be amazed how many times that's all we do is just change the thread, and that was it.
So listen, bad needle threaders happen. Although
yes, it's not always you.
I think it and it is. But like you don't know, like you've got an old needle in there and the needle's not totally straight. Really the big common issues are you haven't used your needle down, needle up button, which puts the needle in the correct position. The needle is not pushed all the way up into the portion of the shank at which it needs to be, or you've used your needle and needles are high stress and you've used your needle long enough that there's a slight bend in the needle, and you know, even threading a needle that's already threaded
I've done
bends
that.
your needle threader.
Yeah.
Because there's not enough room for the hook of the needle threader and the existing thread. So bent needle threaders happen. In the 11 years we've owned the store, once to this one.
I'm kind of an expert. No, I'm just kidding.
Once. But they happen. Like, they just happen.
Yeah.
For those of you who live in the middle of dry areas where you don't have immediate access to sewing techs, get yourself a needle threader, right? And this is our favorite needle threader. It is the Dritz needle threader and inserter
I have another
number
one too,
253. This one's my favorite. Like, I have one of these up there, and I like that better than the
other one.
Well, and the reason being, I actually like the inserter. So on one side of the insertion is a needle inserter. So every now and then there's a machine, like especially the like really small machines, where I struggle to get in to where I can insert the needle. You can pop your needle in there and insert your needle. And then it's also got the hook. So the way it works is you put your thread sideways through there, you push it through the eye of the needle.
I'll do a video.
And then you grab the end and pull it through.
Okay,
but Dritz needle threader
You're
253
shaking
is my favorite.
Yeah, but we only have we don't have a ton of these. I think
there's like 3 or 4 of them over there, and if they buy them, you'll get them.
So the other thing with this, and I have a lot of people that come in, and when they buy this, I'm like, can I show you how to use it? It's very rare that I'm just going to hand this to somebody over the counter, because it has like a little, like you push out, and it's got this like this metal like snake tongue. It's like this. And
it's like you put it there and it pushes it through. It's like
Metallica at the Sphere. Tickets
are we going?
No. Tickets are like $1,200. Come on.
They're getting old. They need some.
So, the biggest thing I can tell you with this is that there is a touch, a touch, and then there's a push. People just go, and then it gets bent. Just like your needle threader. If they just start pushing so hard, as soon as they start doing it, they push so hard, and the needle, the metal part gets bent. So what you have to understand with this, and I have people practice here, it comes with your serger too. So not all sergers, but like the Triumph and a lot of the Baby Lock sergers that came with that.
Not the air threading ones. It doesn't come with the Triumph.
Okay.
It came with like the Evolution.
What you do is you're gonna touch the metal tongue to the needle, and you're gonna glide it down. And once you feel the hole, it kind of like does this. That's when you push. Otherwise, you're going to bend it. That's like the biggest thing I can tell you is there's a touch and a push, and you don't push until you feel the metal part in the eye of the needle.
So we've got folks lined up already. We need to get to work, but
home
let's
sewn.
Answer a couple of questions.
Okay.
So is home sewn on Monday? It isn't.
Monday.
Right? Like it is Monday.
Yeah, and I changed my haircut appointment.
Okay. So
Monday, 10:30. My time.
Linda Steinport, it sounds to me like there may be damage. That's not a service issue. Well, it is a service issue, but it's like not something that would be repaired by service. It sounds to me like there is a possibility they need to change your hoop sensor board that sits in your, like where you slide in your frame. But the other thing to remember is if you grab your hoop and lift it up, it can mess up which hoops the machine thinks is in there. So make sure that your hoop totally flat. So I guess you could call that a service issue, but it's not like it's a repair issue is what I would call that.
Lori, there is a date, but I think it's going to be March 24th. It's not on the calendar yet. It is not on the calendar yet. I'm just waiting for class descriptions, and so hopefully this weekend I'll be able to put it up, if not at the very beginning of next week.
The videos for the original software class are in your group on Facebook. That is the only place where those videos are. And when you go into Facebook, look at your groups and you'll find the videos there.
Yeah, because when Michelle does the software, she likes to have a Facebook group because you submit your homework, pictures, and then it's a place for you to interact. It's like your community. So she does there's a Facebook group. Question of the week. Have you considered moving to? Yes, we thought we almost bought something in Moonlight Basin. I know that's not that. Yeah, forget it.
Kalispell.
We almost moved.
Big Sky.
We almost moved
that's like
to the area.
Yeah. So
Question
okay.
of the week.
You had one, and it's not playing in a movie in my head, which means I wasn't paying attention. Jeannie's always like,
I
"How
feel
do
like
you
I had
remember that
something.
stuff?"
I
And
feel
I'm
like I had something good.
She did. She was like, she whispered it to me, and she's like, "This is gonna be the question of the week."
You know what? Let's do this. This is really, really cool. So I did Vile Toadstools yesterday with Stellar, Altair, Meridian people, and Dream Machines and Destiny. Had to really jog that memory because we haven't had a Dream Machine or a Destiny in the store for 10 years.
I would assume that the group name has something to do with PE design.
Yes. Put
Look
software.
up PE design.
Or software or something like that. So there was a question about using the snowman sticker with the Stellar, and I at first I couldn't even remember using
She's
it
never
at all.
owned a Stellar.
But then I was like, okay, I know I've done this before. I tried to demo it in class, and I missed one step, one tiny step. And after I got out of the class, I was like, I don't feel like getting the manual. I'm going to hit the question mark. You guys have a question mark on, when do they get the question mark? Starting in the 8x12? Or is it the
7x12 machines, like the Journey had one.
That thing is awesome. I was like, I wonder if it's in there. And I hit the question mark on the very top. And then I was like, operations. I just looked. I was like, oh, there it is. There's the snowman sticker. And I watched the video. I didn't even watch it. It was 5 minutes. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I watched probably about a minute, and they showed that button. I was like, there it is.
Do we need cash or something?
I hadn't switched it over. So this is your question.
Gotcha. I'll be, bye.
And I wanted to do a video. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just do a little live video, or I'll just film something to show you how to do that. But my question of the day is, what feature on your machine would you like demoed? Is there something on the machine, that was the snowman sticker on the Stellar and Altair, and I was like, oh, after I did it, I was like, I forgot how awesome that was. It was absolutely fantastic. But I guess, and I want, little snippets. Don't be like, can you demo for me how to do edge to edge? Because that takes, that if you're doing a whole quilt, it's going to take all day. A little snippet, something small that's on your machine, and we're talking Baby Lock and Brother because, of course, I don't have the other ones. Little snippet of something that you would like to see demoed. That's it. Any other questions? That's it. What feature on your machine that's small would you like demoed? Okay, gotta go. We'll see you later, guys. Have a great day. Be creative, make something awesome, and